Well, Jeff, how the guys looking on the
Good.
Wednesday?
A little misty, cool, rainy day. Kind of strange in September.
Yeah.
But it was good work. Good work.
Jeff, do you ever listen to GJ's media interviews?
I do not. I don't. I know him so well. I can probably predict everything he's saying. I have coaches that watch and listen and give me what the other coach always says, but I don't personally watch him. I know it's weird. I tell you all this every year, but I mute the world and I stay locked in on my team. And I really don't listen to outside noise. But like I told y'all, I have coaches that will fill me in on what's being said, and so I know him so well. I already can predict what he's saying probably.
Yeah, part of why I brought it up is a lot of times he says things that sound pretty much verbatim like what you say. I mean, he gave us an attitude of gratitude not too long ago, and I think after the game you both said the same line about it's hard to win college football games. I just wonder what it's like to know that, I don't know, kind of the stuff that you do and say, it seems to rub off on people.
You know, I've told y'all how close we are, and it means the world to me. It's very, it just means a lot. And I hate this week, to be honest with you. It's a week I don't enjoy because I cared so deeply for him. So yeah.
Jeff, does being an underdog, albeit slight, kind of put a chip on the guys' shoulders this week?
You know, I'll admit our guys, you know, they're not used to being in that position. So I would imagine it's giving them some juice. I haven't really talked about it very much. We just got so much to work on right now, man. I mean, we've got a lot to clean up before Saturday if we even have a fighting chance. So we've done nothing but really focus on try to accelerate the learning curve because we were just so disappointed in our performance Saturday.
How much is that defensive line going to be a challenge for your offensive line?
They're really good. They're deep. There's a lot of them. They gave us heck last year. We didn't block them last year. And they're really good, man. They're going to give us all we want and more.
GJ allowed for the possibility in his comments yesterday that both teams might have been looking ahead to this matchup rather than being totally locked in on week one. Did you feel like you see any of that with your group?
I don't. I think Kennesaw played their tails off, and those guys did a really good job. We just got off to a really good start, and we didn't finish, and we got to figure out what that is. Is that conditioning? Is that our scheme we're asking them to do? Is that Kennesaw? You know, what is that? And that's where we've got to get better. Obviously, the holding penalties, keeping our hands inside, accelerating our feet, creasing out penalties, you know, not being locked in, us jumping off sides. We're not good enough to overcome that, and very few college football teams are. Defensively, post-snap, you know, keeping our emotions. Special teams, you know, what was that? Like, why I feel really good is Chris Carpenter's been a really good player for us for a long time, and so is Chase. So I feel really good about that. My punter, you know, getting him going, off to a good start. All those things are things we're working on this week. We're not looking up any other place and those kind of things right now. And then you tie in Texas State, who's a really good football team. They already had a good team coming back. They went out and got the Sun Belt Conference Player of the Year, and McLeod's played forever. And he's really good. He's a smooth operator. And then you got their tailback, who's one of the best tailbacks we've played against. So they got a lot. They got a lot going. And I've told y'all, it reminds me of us in 21 when our whole team was coming back. That's how it feels when you coach those kind of teams that have that many players returning. Since that year for us, we've had a lot of graduation each year. So there's a natural, you know, transition of your team getting good as the year moves on. And unfortunately, we're playing a team that's very veteran, very early in the year, and we're still a team kind of in transition, to be very honest with you.
You mentioned how fun it is to be on that climb when you're building a program. Having been at both stages, how is it different from being where you are now to where GJ is now?
You know, I've told him this. He's still on that honeymoon. I mean, He had a honeymoon at UIW. He's had a honeymoon at Texas State. That dude hadn't had a bad day yet. When you've been a head coach 15 years at one school, you know, the honeymoon ends, and you're the hunted for a long time. And when you've been the head coach at a school for 5 years, especially college football, that's like 35 years. And he'll be there one day. He's still in the honeymoon. So, heck, knowing G, he might not ever be. He might just always be in a honeymoon. I don't know. He's had a great ride in his 2 years and whatever change we've had now at Texas State and UIW.
When you get out of that phase, do you have to change how you motivate the guys, or even maybe how you motivate yourself when it's not like that anymore?
You just learn it. And him and I have talked about that for a long time, about that transition. You want to hold on as long as you can. I got to enjoy it all the way to game 12 of my second year here. Ever since then, it's been a lot of unhappy people.
Jeff, you mentioned the other day, I think 16 guys are banged up. Any update on how did the health of the runners look on a Wednesday?
Yeah, if I had to guess, a few of them won't make it back, but most of them will. If I had to guess, it's just Wednesday, so this is a joke, so nobody take it literal. But we tease it called the game pill. It's amazing how all of a sudden, right before the game, guys start feeling a lot better. So we're not taking any pills, anybody out there. That's a literal joke.
With Amador, was it the same hamstring from preseason, or is there something new with him?
He's close. We'll see. He's close. It is soft muscle tissue, but we'll see.
You mentioned how important Jimmy Wyrick's forced fumble was, but in the big picture, what has he sort of brought to this program, or what stands out about him?
We knew what we got when we got Jimmy. His dad is a wonderful human that played in the league. Kid's already graduated from Stanford, and we have guys on our staff that have known Jimmy a lot longer than I have. So really, Corey had known that family for a long time, and so we knew what Jimmy was, and he's everything we thought he was. He's high IQ, high character, really good football player. If you had 120 of those kind of kids, you'd probably never lose a football game.
What did you see from C.J. James in his first start at center?
There were moments of greatness, and there were moments of UTSA's first year in a new program. So, but yeah, I was proud of C.J. I thought he played well. We got some stuff to clean up, but I thought he played really well.
How long does it take for that chemistry to develop? I mean, you have 2 returning starters, but the other 3 guys have never played together. How does he sort of bring that along, and how can that happen?
Yeah, I hope it takes 2 weeks, is what I hope. Because we got a big one Saturday, boys. You don't know. You just keep working at it, and you just keep practicing till it all sinks in. But I know Kamar's a wonderful kid. CJ's a wonderful kid. Vinley moving back to guard again. That's a big deal for him. And then on the outside, Big J. And then you got Owen. That's a lot of new pieces, right? And it just takes time. And I know to a fan, it's just that knows everything out there, that, well, y'all been here all spring and all summer and all fall camp. What have y'all been doing? The 10,000-hour rule is real. You had to have a lot of time on task, under pressure, in heated situations. And unfortunately, the game of football cannot be duplicated in practice, even though everybody believes it should be. You just won't have a team left. It's too violent of a game. It's too violent of a game.
I know I asked a couple weeks ago what we should expect from Jalen Garth, given that he hadn't played a full workload in a while. How did you see him hold up to that?
I was proud of Big J. He does not want to disappoint. He's a wonderful kid, a kid we've known for a long time. High school coach and I are really good friends. Big J wants to please. So he just got to, play. He hadn't played very much. So we're getting him out there, and he's playing a lot now. And he'll continue to get better as the year moves on.
The helmet communication in the tablets, we talked about that leading up to the year. Did it play out kind of how you expected in the game, or was there any surprises with that?
Yeah, exactly. It didn't work most of the time. So what we expect any different? I'll tell our coaches to look at it as a bonus. Don't anybody get upset when they say it's not working. Be happy when they say it is working, because I expect it to not work most of the year.
Got it.
Thanks, Jeff.